He is Shane Laughlin Black, the internet's original stunt writer.
What's my name?
Denny Crane?
Like you mean it.
Denny Crane.
What's my name?
Denny Crane!
No further questions.
We're all perfectly aware at this point the path forward is one that each of us will forge for himself or herself. The post-employment society we've been relegated to is very different from the one we were told stories about growing up. As we each make the necessary adjustments, there are a few principles we need to keep in mind. The rectangle heads are addicted to hyper, unrealistic growth and eternal revenue without cost. The only way they can achieve those self-contradictory goals is to persuade you to hand over all the value you create in exchange for nothing. That is why they have set their sights on your intellectual property. They want your ideas. They want your craft. They want the expertise you use to bring those ideas to life. They just don't want to pay for them. Now, before we continue, I want to point out I am not an attorney. None of this information is legal advice. All of this information is my opinion. I'm a producer. My job is to help my clients identify the value in their work and find an audience for it, whether it's publishing, animation, interactive, or manufacturing. We advise all our clients to seek out a licensed attorney, ideally one that is experienced in intellectual property. We also recommend they seek out the services of a qualified accountant. Those aren't just habits, they're a matter of policy, and we apply that policy to every project without exception. As many of you are no doubt aware, I also run a creative studio with a wide variety of creative specialties. One of the key things we've made available to our clients over the years is clear and vital information on how to unlock the value of the properties they create with us. I had occasion recently to discuss a book cover project with a prospective client, and I made certain to point out the subtle but indispensable principle most authors miss. A book cover has value separate from the book it represents. It is its own work, and it can make a big difference when it comes to exploiting the property it represents. We go out of our way to find that value in our studio. It's baked into our production so we can maintain an unbroken and defensible chain from the moment the work is created until the moment the work is published. Most people don't recognize the value of this advice at first, and generally speaking, they won't until 10 years later when they've discovered something hiding in that book cover or in some other work that they didn't predict. Take The Hunger Games, for example. Sometime when you get a minute, examine the original 2008 cover for the U.S. print edition of The Hunger Games. If you didn't know the story, the cover wouldn't be much help in figuring it out. There's no way to tell what the book is about based on the cover. It's well designed and it's eye-catching, but there's something hiding in that cover that folks who aren't in show business are bound to overlook. The Mockingjay. Now, of course, that symbol is ever present in the marketing for films and TV and merchandise and books. But at the time, it was just a callback to something very important about the story, something readers wouldn't even encounter until many pages had been read. It is a vital symbol representing many things, some of which weren't foreseeable when the book was published. What is that symbol worth now? A lot more than the cost of making a book cover. The Mockingjay is now a registered trademark. The word Mockingjay is reportedly also a trademark. The symbol and word together are worth quite a bit. They are part of the media empire worth more than $3 billion. The good news is all the value in that empire was identified and maximized from the start. Your project deserves no less. There's no guarantee your creative work will produce billions in revenue, of course. But what is guaranteed is you are leaving value and future revenue on the table if you don't start making the important decisions the moment you set out to create something new. We are show business executives. We're artists, animators, authors, musicians, actors, graphic designers, 3D modelers, publishers, and manufacturers. And what we offer is effective media strategy. We explain how to deploy value, and that helps our clients get what they paid for. We have countless examples in the success stories of people just like you. If you want a preview of just how much time and money can be wasted on mismanaged value, study the history of Spider-Man. There's a reason it took 40 years to make a blockbuster Spider-Man film, and it wasn't because Stan Lee left his voicemail on over the weekend. What we do, and have always done at my studio, is give our clients a heads up about the true value of what they create. This is something you won't find on some random gig site. There, you'll often break out your credit card and maybe get a JPEG in return with no guarantees it's even original in the first place. Further, you'll probably be relieved to think, well, you got anything at all. The tumbling expanse of wreckage created by the slot machine makes the Wolf 359 Aftermath in Star Trek look like someone put the seafood fork on the wrong side of your dinner plate. Now, we're not magicians. We can't bundle you up in a one-horse sleigh and jingle bells you to superstardom. But what we can do is point out all the value in what you do right down to the very last cent. And then we will insist every time that you seek out the advice of the most qualified intellectual property attorney you can find. We will tell you to go find an accountant while you're at it. A registered copyright is one of the most powerful official documents on earth, and it costs about the same as dinner for four at your favorite weekend restaurant. A registered trademark can be even more valuable. Just ask Suzanne Collins how many Mockingjay pins have been sold over the years. I'm going to tell you something about show business that you're probably not going to believe, but I've been at my post for some time and I've seen it all. The incumbents in this industry are worn out. They used to employ talented people and make tremendous things. Now, they form nothing but a never-ending schedule of garage sales. They are buying each other's overpriced dreams of yesterday and repackaging them to put on a different card table the next weekend. They often fail to recognize the potential in their own properties. If you want proof, someday I'll tell you about the Sailor Moon video game we never made. Audiences are fed up. There is no color or flavor in what any of these people do, and the reason is the ones who make the decisions are not creative. They want creativity, but as I said earlier, they don't want to pay for it. That creates a once-in-a-century opportunity for someone like yourself, no matter how modest your creative ambitions. Right now, the marketplace is filled with disillusioned customers with fists full of cash wandering by one cold storefront after another. It's your time. We can help put you on the right track. In the description below, you're going to find a keyword. Visit jumpline.click in your browser, plug that keyword in, and come see what we've accomplished for hundreds of clients just like you all over the world. Whatever you dream of making, we can help you get it on the right track. Blackout.
Shane Lachlan Black.